Hey YouTube, this is RobinMax1 here, and I'm here to do a review for Marvel Daredevil, the new Netflix show that came out on last Friday. This is all I've been watching since it's been released, so I have really enjoyed the show. This is obviously not an in-depth review, the in-depth review will be a part of the Marvel Studios reviews. Currently I'm still in the process of getting those videos done. Sorry for the delay. I've just had some pretty busy days. But this is more of a general first impression review on this show. You are gonna have a more in-depth review, probably in the summer. Certainly after I've done all the other reviews. So, yeah, this show, I really liked this show. This show definitely shows a lot of promise. Now, initially, I found it difficult to watch this show. It wasn't anywhere online, and this led me to getting a Netflix account. So it is very much a Netflix show. So you see, guys, I'm committed to you. I got a Netflix account for you guys. Yeah, show commitment. But in all seriousness, this show was is worth it. I really liked this show. I really liked the story that this show has. What I like, so the story is basically, follows the origin story of Daredevil. Matt Murdock doesn't just become Daredevil. He's referred to as the Man in the Mask. And this is essentially his origin story. And we get little bits about Matt's past, we get little bits about what led him to become the man he is today. And Matt, and in the present, Matt and Nelson basically do this company, do this law firm where, and set themselves up in Hell's Kitchen. And the story basically continues. Karen Page is brought in as one of their first clients, or the first client, I should say, and basically, Karen Page is caught up in a government, in a business transaction gone wrong. It's the best way I can describe it, but basically this business transaction is part of a bigger plan that Wilson Fisk aka the Kingpin, is in charge of. And basically the Kingpin's got this idea about how the city should be. And basically Daredevil, throughout the course of the show moving forward from episode 1, is basically trying to find out about this business transaction and who Wilson Fisk is. What I like most about the show is I really like the action scenes. The choreography and stunt work for this show is really good. Arrow stunt work is a bit better, I will be honest. Arrow stunt work is still the best thing I've seen so far in regards to stunt work. But this show did extremely well. The show's choreography was really well done, and it's very, very brutal as well. You see Matt Murdock take a lot of beating, and he isn't this just amazing fighter. He takes a lot of punishment, and you see this punishment really taking its toll throughout the episode. You also have some very surprising stuff happen, like stuff that you just wouldn't expect the show to do. The show is definitely not perfect. There are a few problems that I have. For instance, one of them is Wilson Fisk. I grew up in the 90s, guys. I grew up watching the 90s Spider-Man. Give or take a few episodes. But I remember watching that show, and I have a certain image of who the Kingpin is. And the Kingpin is very different in this season. He's someone who I don't really recognise. He's less villainy and more misguided. Some of it is a very, very interesting take. I'm just wondering where they're going with it. It's certainly a very different take on Wilson Fisk. Although, again, I have this image of this character who basically is a bit of a bully, a bit of a thug, and is just very, very evil. And that's not really what we got. We actually got someone who is quite likeable. Still shady, but likeable. And it's just a very, very interesting take. Some of the acting here and there was a little bit weak, though. Whilst this isn't a huge problem, it's just something I want to point out. I also thought that the story got a bit confusing at times, definitely with Matt's powers. The powers of Daredevil seem a little bit skewed in this show. I wasn't really quite sure what his powers were, because they weren't really well established. In saying that, I did really enjoy this show. The show just has a very interesting vibe to it. And whilst I don't think it's the best Marvel thing to come out, and actually Daredevil is very far removed from all of that stuff, you know, from the Avengers, from Guardians, from X, Y, and Z. Daredevil is definitely earning its place in the Marvel Universe. And it deals with a different aspect to Marvel that we're not seeing. And certainly won't see until possibly read Doctor Strange. And what we're basically seeing is we're seeing the heart of New York City. We're not seeing the spy angle. We're not seeing the cosmic superhero aspects. We're seeing a very gritty real world in this show, and we're seeing something that we're seeing what the Avengers don't deal with. The Avengers don't deal with everyday crime. You know, they wouldn't deal with the Kingpin until it was too late. And that's what I really like about this show, is it's a different aspect to it's a different aspect in this universe. And I think I can really appreciate that. I can understand why this particular part of New York needs a superhero. There's also some great little Iron Fist moments as well, and the bottom line is I really liked this show. And there were just so many interesting elements that I enjoyed. I'm definitely going to be continuing with the Defenders, definitely. And again, do stay tuned for my Marvel Studio stuff. I'm doing my best to get the reviews up for you. I'm currently in the process of doing Iron Man. So yeah, guys, I'm doing my best. I will definitely try and get some of them out. I will definitely try and upload at least 2 or 3 by the end of the week. And I will try and get the rest to you before the American release of the movie. So anyway, guys, I'm Robin-That's-One here, and I shall see you later for another TV review of some kind. Bye.